Now, the conscience of every democratic society is the media. But in Nigeria, some journalists say this conscience is under attack as they are harassed and detained while trying to do their jobs. Those who spoke to this program say in the last 4 years, hostility to the media has taken a worrying turn, something the government strongly denies. In this report, Ajoke Ulot x-rays the last 4 years and the expectations of the media as a new dispensation begins.
Press freedom is one of the most important ingredients of every democracy. Freedom of speech and free access to information engenders the growth and development of every nation. Nigeria survived years of military rule and suppression of the press. Democracy brought more freedom. But in recent times, some claim there are fears that press freedom may be at risk.
The situation in Nigeria has not been good for journalists for a while. If we look at the Buhari president, the first term was not good. PPJ documented arrests, detentions, assaults of journalists.
In 2019, the World Press Freedom Index ranked Nigeria 120 out of 180 countries. The survey says that journalists are often threatened, subjected to physical violence, or denied access to information by government officials, police, and sometimes the public itself. I'm meeting with Samuel Ogundikpe. He's a reporter for one of Nigeria's foremost online investigative newspaper, Premium Times. In August 2018, he was arrested in Abuja for possession of classified information. Samuel told me he was asked to reveal his sources.
After I wrote the report, the police started tracking me. They froze my bank account. They said I stole the document or somebody gave it to me and I must reveal the person's source within the police structure. Immediately they got a court order. I was there with my editor-in-chief. It was before us that they were making calls, shopping for a judge who would give them a remand order for me, so which they got, and then they came in and took me into custody.
In neighboring Kano, the story is not too different for journalists. In October 2018, an investigative journalist, Jafar released 2 videos which appeared to show Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, governor of Kano State, collecting money. He refuted the allegation, saying the videos were doctored. The governor was summoned by the State House of Assembly but didn't make an appearance, as a court injunction prevented him from doing so.
They were aware that I had the clips with me, and I have defied every persuasion, every appeal from a lot of people, right from ministers, some governors, and members of the National Assembly.
What has been your experience since the release of that video?
I'm currently in court with the governor, so it's a situation because I have to pay my lawyers to defend me in court. He filed a civil case demanding 5 billion naira, is it 3 billion naira, from me for publishing what is actually the truth.
In January 2019, the Nigerian army invaded the offices of Daily Trust newspaper on grounds of national security.
We did a story to say that government is planning a grand, attack on locations of Boko Haram. We heard from the defense secretary that in spite of what Boko Haram has done, this Nigerian army is going to launch an attack. And the security agency were exposing their strategies, which is not true.
Apart from the case of Jones Abiri, there hasn't been any journalist that has been detained, that has been subjected to prolonged detention without trial. So to that extent, the government may say, oh, we have respected press freedom. But we have had court orders that have been disregarded by the government. We have had judgments in favor of journalists that have been disregarded by the government.
Martin Zoloja is a veteran journalist who has worked during the civilian and military era. He believes press freedom has improved over the years, but admits there are limitations.
We have had enough freedom to practice good journalism in this democracy. In the last 20 years, we have had opportunities. Yes, we have seen some instances where government tried to curtail press freedom. But I have seen that if we practitioners have enough courage to do what we are supposed to do, The room is there.
Do you feel protected, under this government?
Not really. You can't say because anything can happen.
The government did not protect me. Rather, the government left me vulnerable to attacks, and I'm still going to court.
But Garba Shehu, a former president of the Nigerian Guild of Editors, journalists, and senior special assistant on media and publicity to President Muhammadu Buhari, disagrees.
Press freedom under Muhammadu Buhari is absolute. This country has never had it so good. Because this is a president who, from day one, determined that he was not going to interfere with the press. And he has kept his own word. Freedom has been so bountiful that it has gotten to the point of licentiousness. I'm not being accusatory. I'm saying that the facts speak for us.
A Premium Times journalist, Samuel Ogundipe, was picked up sometime last year, and he was in custody for about 3 days. And he feels like his rights, fundamental rights, have been infringed upon. Because right now, as we speak, he's even still in court. He feels unprotected by this government.
No, it's not President Buhari sitting inside Aso Rock who will offer protection to a journalist like this whose rights are taken. We have a judicial system that is very proactive, that jealously guards individual freedoms. If I was in his position, I would have sued the police.
Being a journalist anywhere involves risk, from the obvious physical danger of working in a hazardous environment to the more ambiguous threat posed by saying something that someone somewhere doesn't like. And in countries where journalists work without the protection of the law, press freedom is likely to remain at risk. Ajoke Hulo Otse, Gist Nigeria.